Okay, as I said, a special guest in the studio tonight we've got is Bella Estelle. Good evening, Bella.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm great. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. It's a bit cold out there, isn't it?
Freezing.
Absolutely
freezing. I'm literally wearing 3 jackets.
Okay, good. But it's nice and warm in the studio, which is nice.
I approve.
Thanks very much for coming in, Bella.
Thank you for having me.
That's
I appreciate
okay,
it.
yeah. And obviously we're going to listen to some of your tracks that you've kindly brought me in. And obviously as well, you've got your lovely acoustic, sparkly acoustic guitar.
I do, my classic little Daisy Rock with me.
Excellent. So we're going to hear some live tracks from you. So that's great as well. We always love live music in the studio. So obviously the first question I'm going to ask you, Bella, is what first got you into music?
Well, we lightly talked about this before, and my parents are not musical at all. So
okay.
Very strange there. But it's always just been performing on stage, which I've really, really loved.
Okay.
And interacting with the audience.
Yeah.
When I was 4, it was the first time I actually went on stage, and it was one of these holiday parks.
Oh, okay.
And my parents took me there, and then all of a sudden I went missing, and they found me just singing a lullaby on stage. So it's more that, the performing aspect.
Yeah. So have you done theatre and stuff as well?
I did some theatre, yeah. I performed at the Mayflower in Southampton.
Oh, wow. That's a good place to start.
Yeah, I was in a production called Bugsy Malone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was just like the background extra.
Yeah, because that was like that's like Bugsy Malone's like young children, isn't
it? That's it.
Yeah.
I think I was about 12 years old at the time.
Okay.
But and then it's just more. Then I gradually gravitated towards the guitar, the piano. And then songwriting.
Yeah. So at home then, so your parents didn't have any music, or you didn't hear music, or just radio, I suppose, and TV?
So it was definitely more pop rock. They loved like the rock. My parents would play Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Pink Floyd. So that was definitely a heavy influence for me.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So they did like music a bit then?
They did like music a bit,
but what you mean is they didn't play an instrument?
None at all.
So are you the first person in the family then to play an instrument?
My cousin Nikos plays the guitar. He does classical, more classical side, and he actually played bass with me like 2 years ago now.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm my brothers, my parents. I'm the first one.
Wow. Okay. And have they come to see you play live?
Yeah. So my mum supports me when she can through work, and my father would literally be at every single gig he could come to.
Great. So it's nice to have support from your family.
For sure. All of them. My grandparents even come.
Brilliant.
So.
Brilliant. Yeah. It's nice. It's just nice when you get that sort of appreciation, isn't it? And being the first in the family as well to form on a big stage as well.
Yeah. So they came to places like Victorious. When I did Icebreaker, that was really busy.
Yeah.
They're probably listening right now. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hello. We'll say hello.
Hi.
Okay, so let's play the first track we've got from you. It's called The Puppeteer, Mr. Puppeteer.
That's it, Mr. Puppeteer, yeah.
And when did that come out?
That came, gosh, Steve, off the top of my head, I do not know. I can't remember.
What, a couple of months ago, 3 months ago?
About, I think a month ago.
So it's quite new then. It's quite
a new track, and the music video came out not long ago either. So it's all on YouTube. So go check it out.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well let's have a listen to Mr. Puppeteer. We've actually got it here. Hopefully we'll have it set up, and we can talk about it afterwards. Bella's still in the studio. She's nice and warm, and we were talking earlier about obviously when you first got into music, and we played Mr. Puppeteer. Now, Mr. Puppeteer, what is that song about?
So, funnily enough, I actually wrote that song after watching The Joker. Do you remember that film?
Oh, the film.
Yeah, so The Joker is Mr. Puppeteer.
Ah, okay.
So it's inspired by that, it's kind of like a contradicting someone who's lonely, yet they like it, but they don't. It was very much inspired by the Joker.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, I'm always fascinated how people write songs. So sometimes you'll watch a film or you'll see something and you'll be inspired to write.
Yeah, so it can be like that. I've never actually written a song like that before. That was the first one that I had inspiration from with that.
Yeah.
But normally it's just been from my own, say, personal experience or a story about people that I know. I recently did a song that I played live called Smile, which is a love song about my grandparents.
Okay.
But it's kind of just experiences that have been, you know, just around me. And that I see, because then other people hear those songs and they relate to that too.
Yeah, excellent. And how, I mean, obviously we'll talk about later about, you know, where you recorded it and the recording process. And, you know, listening to that, you've got a backing band.
Yes, I do. I have my band. So at the moment it's Jack on guitar and then another Jack on bass.
Okay.
And then Joel, who's been with me since I was like 14, 15 when I first started, on drums.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that band's been with you for quite some time?
Yeah. So they've been with me for quite some time. We've we've got a band practice coming up. We're playing full band more lately, which is good, especially since lockdown. It's good. And I think that we quite gel together in the studio as well. I'm very proud of the latest ones that I've done with this band.
Okay.
Being Breaks Your Heart and Mr. Puppeteer.
Yeah. And I assume when you started, I mean, obviously you picked up a guitar and you said you played piano as well. So when you first started out, were you like a solo artist? Did you actually perform just with yourself and an acoustic guitar?
Yeah, so I to be honest, I was too scared to put anything on YouTube. And I'd literally just had songs in a book in my room that I would play to my parents, sometimes unwillingly, when they just wanted to watch whatever they were watching on TV.
Right.
But I would just do open mic nights, to be honest, at the local pub. Just, you know, down there. I'd obviously be with my parents because I was like 14. But yeah.
So you just picked your guitar up and you were writing at that age, or were you doing covers?
No, so I was writing. So I started, you know, just playing around when I was about 12.
Right.
But then I actually had the confidence to go and perform in front of people with my own songs when I was 14 at an open mic night. Yeah,
because you said earlier on, obviously when you were young, you got on stage.
Yeah.
So you don't get nervous on stage then? You're quite at home on stage?
I love it.
That
sounds, might sound awful, might sound great, but
no.
It's good because it's the energy and it's interacting with the crowd, and then when they give you that energy back, it is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
I haven't seen you perform, but obviously from the photos that have been taken, and you've had some great photos taken.
It's just an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. I mean, you look like you're really into it, and the band are into it, and that's great.
Yeah.
And that feeds off the audience, doesn't it?
And it's the chemistry with the band as well. Like, we all get on really good. We're all good friends as well. Obviously, Joel, who I've just known for years now, we have good chemistry.
Brilliant.
So hopefully that comes across when we're on stage.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, excellent. Right, let's have another track. This track is called You and I. Bala, we were talking about how you got into music, and we sort of delved in a bit about your songwriting as well. So what was the first record you bought or album that you...
You are looking at me so smug. I've been waiting for this question. I'm pretty sure, I'm not a cool person, I'm pretty sure it was Hannah Montana or something.
Okay.
Something like that, something Disney.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's fine. And what was the first band that sort of, or artist that sort of inspired you? I mean, you know, when you thought about, I want to be like that, you know, when you picked up a guitar and you started playing it and you saw, was there someone particular who was like a mentor to you, or someone that, you know, was inspiring?
Honestly, a specific artist, not off the top of my head. It was more the bands that I grew up listening to, being like Guns N' Roses, Pink Floyd. It was a lot of that, and I really, really liked that rock element. And then obviously growing up with just like chart music, hence the Hannah Montana, there was definitely that pop influence that I had. Yeah. So, and obviously that comes across in your music, doesn't it? Because your band is very rocky. Yeah, especially live. It's more of a rock vibe for sure.
But obviously you playing on your own, you know, on an acoustic guitar, it's got a feel, but it's quite folky.
Yeah, I've heard that before, and there's definitely more of that pop element in some of the songs as well.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, let's have to the next track then. This track is called Breaks Your Heart.
That's the one.
Oh, okay. I want to ask you about this one.
I need a tissue.
Okay, let's have a listen. Bella, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Okay, we've done a lot of talking, haven't we? Talked about your past. So we're going from that period now where obviously you're playing the acoustic guitar, you know, you're doing the open mic nights. How did you jump from there to sort of suddenly, I want to get a band together? What was the process?
Yeah, so actually it happened really smoothly or swiftly, as you say. To be honest, I did an open mic, and then I had an article written, just like a local, you know.
Where are we? In Bognor Regis, or we?
Yeah. So it was in Bognor Regis. It was really.
Because that's where you're from, isn't it?
Yeah. And then just naturally, you know, as more content was posted, people would just kind of come with that would be able to play bass. At first, the bass player was my cousin Nikos.
Okay.
Which helped me massively.
So he got up on stage with you and played bass with your acoustic guitar first? Is this how it happened?
So it all kind of just happened in one big...
Oh, right.
Like, gravitational...
So one day you were a solo artist.
One day I was solo artisting.
And then you had a band.
And yeah, it was... That's sort of like really swift process. And then from then, if you've been following me, whoever has been, you've seen that we've had members come in and out naturally, as you do. And from this process, it's been more doing auditions. Okay. So for Jack and Jack recently, who have joined on bass and guitar, it's just been auditions.
Okay.
And stuff like that,
okay.
So
some people have just gone and they
moved. You know, as you do, like musicians move on, because obviously, you know, they support my music, and we're so grateful for that. And naturally, as you do, people are in multiple bands. They want to go on to their own projects, or, you know, move on with whatever. So it's just kind of swiftly, naturally happened, which is a good thing.
Okay. And so from some sort of Bognor Regis, so you're playing there, and then someone sees you, and so that just happened organically, the band then?
Yeah, that's the word, organically.
So someone who played bass, did they say, well, I know a guitarist,
literally
and
like
I know
that.
a drummer?
Yeah, literally like that. And then from then it just kind of evolved. Some people left, so we just did auditions and stuff like that. And then I naturally started going to the Portsmouth side.
Is that because the people were from Portsmouth? Where are these individuals from then?
So Jack and Jack are more Portsmouth side.
Okay.
Joel is with me more Bognor way. Yeah. And I did an open. You know, do you remember Jags? If that was a thing that Nick Courtney used to do.
Okay. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Before lockdown, now unfortunately they're not happening in Jags anymore.
No.
But I used to do just open mics. Like that with the band, just to try and, you know, get somewhere, and organically it kind of grew, and people started.
Yeah, I always encourage people to do open mics, because
they're good.
It gets your experience, and you know, gets over your nerves, and playing in front of an audience. You don't have to be brilliant. It's just that first step, isn't it?
That's exactly it. It was more than nerves, because I had no idea. Because when you're with a band, it's a team as well. So I had no idea about any of that stuff.
No.
And it was all just overwhelming and new and fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, open mic nights were great.
Yeah.
Great.
So anyone thinking of sort of following in your footsteps or doing that, you would definitely recommend open mic nights.
For sure. Experience, you get to play as a band.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult, you know, when people have their lives going on to do band practices, so it's quite a good way to practice and bond and hang out and try and grow as well as a band.
Yeah. And obviously, so how long were you doing these open mic nights before that actually happened? Were you doing it like 6 months or a year?
What, before the band?
Yeah.
I think I did about 2.
Is that all?
Yeah, and then it was very just quick and organically and just thrown into a band scenario, which is great.
Yeah.
It's evolved
so you didn't mind
so
it
much.
then? You didn't think, oh, this is all going a bit quick?
Well, because I was 14, I was just kind of just going with the flow. I was like, wow, this is great. This is amazing.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it honestly just kind of naturally, organically grew. Obviously, my parents by my side.
Yes.
And that's
brilliant.
it. But it's great as a musician as well to work in a band. It's something you should do. You know.
Definitely. Okay, let's hear another track from you then.
Casemates.
In Portsmouth, yes.
That's the one. Yeah. So we rehearsed there. It's really, really lovely. Then they've got a lovely dog there.
Yeah, and they got a calf and everything, haven't they?
They do very delicious carrot cake.
Yeah.
If anyone's curious.
Yes, I love carrot cake.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But yeah, so we rehearsed there now, and then
so that's regular. So you're always rehearsing. That's where you that's your go-to place. Yeah, it's a great place to rehearse.
Yeah, it's very good, and the vibes are really good as well. It's a great location.
And you got other bands there, and you can chat with other people, other musicians, which is great. Yeah. Okay, let's hear another track of yours. Okay, Bella. So where were we? So you've got the band together.
Band is together.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
You're in Casemates rehearsing.
Yes, yeah.
Feverishly getting that set together. Yeah, getting them to go through your songs. So when did you first play live with the full band?
It would have been with open mic nights.
Oh, okay.
I kept doing those for a while.
Right. Sort of trying out the band.
Of course. And just, you build your confidence with audiences, and it does build. Doing open mic nights, it does actually build a bit of a fan base as well.
Yeah.
And then we did Victorious very soon. We had a
because that's a big gig, isn't it?
Yeah. Because of those open mic nights. So we did Victorious very soon, which is a very big festival in Portsmouth. We were like squeezed onto the bill. We were at like 10:30 in the morning. Not a lot of people were there, but for us it was like huge.
On a big stage?
It was on the Rhino Acoustic stage. It was quite a big stage as well. I think it's like the third biggest. So we played there, and then and that
was through Nick Courtney, because obviously he runs Jags, and he's involved in Victorious, isn't he?
So that was with Nick Courtney, and then eventually we just kind of, as you do, you network with other bands, you get to support their gigs. We went with Icebreaker, we played at the Edge of the Wedge.
Yeah.
Some people wrote reports about us and stuff like that, which was so kind for them to do, which got, helped gets the word out. And then just things like Icebreaker, Edge of the Wedge.
So it sort of took off, didn't it?
It did, quite naturally. And then COVID came, which we love.
Yeah, so you were quite surprised in those early gigs, because, I mean, normally people have to work up to things like Victorious.
Yeah, it was.
And those getting like the Edge of the Wedge and the Wedgwood Rooms. But
so
you went there quite quickly, didn't you?
Yeah, in retrospect, yes. Which is just very,
great.
Exactly. Speechless. There we go. Great. Very, very great. Very thankful for that.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, that helps your stage presence, when you're on a bigger stage, you're getting big.
Helps the band get more of a tight net stage. And then from then, with the studio, naturally, as you do as a band. And I first got into the studio when I was 15.
Right.
When I could. That was at Mayfield in Portsmouth. So we then really did stay really focused in Portsmouth area, Portsmouth South Sea area.
Okay.
Naturally, they kind of took us under their wing, which was very, very kind.
Yep.
And then we just had a transition of band members. So again, we were doing these gigs. Luckily, as a band, we could do full band, we could do an acoustic set, I could do a solo set, we can kind of break it down, which we have done in the past. And then it would just be teaching new members the songs to keep going, keep gigging.
Yeah, brilliant.
Which was the main focus before lockdown.
Yeah. Unfortunately, lockdown. I mean, it was just bad timing, really, wasn't it?
It was. We were getting some really, really good gigs. Everything was really looking up, which I'm sure it was for a lot of people, a lot of bands, and it just kind of disheartened and put a big pause in everything.
Okay. But the main thing is, you got there. You're doing the gigs, and we'll play a bit of the Stranglers now, and then when we come going from that transition, and then obviously releasing, then we'll hear you some live acoustic guitar stuff as well.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. Okay, Bella. So it's come to that time of the evening, hasn't it?
It has.
We've played some of your tracks. Obviously, we've still got one to play, haven't we? Which we're going to keep to the end, which is a special one.
It is a special one, yeah.
Because the first time it's been aired.
Yes, it is.
Live, so we're looking forward to that. So over to you then. So this song, what's it called?
This song is called Breathing Your Love.
Breathing Your Love. And is there any particular theme around it, or is it just what it says?
It's what it says. It's the classic thing of a romantic story with a love interest. And it's called Breathing Your Love.
Okay, take it away.
Take it away. Don't blame my love for you. It's crazy, but it's true. Don't blame my heart beating at your pace, and you have a touch I need it bad, and we can't quit now. No, you've got me trapped and I can't get out. You got me trapped. You're a diamond in the rough. I'll find you in the dark, removing all your scars. I'll make you play our game until we feel the same, 'cause I want you to stay, to breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. I know I need you bad, it's crazy, but it's true. Please take my hand and we'll grab a place your halo's worn, and it shines so bright. You got me trapped. Here we go. You're a diamond in the rough. I'll find you in the dark, removing all your scars. I'll make you play our game until we feel the same, 'cause I want you to stay, to breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. You got me trapped and I can't get out. You've got me trapped and I can't get out. You got me trapped and I can't get out. I can't get out. Breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. Breathe in your love. I got a round of applause. I was not expecting that on radio.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Okay, really enjoyed that last song. What was it called again?
Breathe in your love.
Breathe in your love. Yeah, excellent. So just sneaking back again towards the band formed. You're in the doing rehearsals. You've done your few gigs. When did you go into the studio, and what studio did you use?
So we used Mayfield Studios, and I have used them for all of my records. And yeah, I was 15 when we released the first single, which was called Blood Vision.
Right.
That's on Spotify or streaming platforms. A little bit of self-promo there.
That's what we're here for.
So the first single I released was Blood Vision, and that actually got BBC Track of the Day.
Wow.
Which is very exciting. Very exciting.
For your first one.
It was my first one. I believe Heartbeat was as well, and You and I, which is exciting.
Sorry, so those songs came out, and then so what was the distance between the time between each one being released? Was it quite quick?
I don't believe. I think that we released the first few for a while, being Crazy in Love, Heartbeat, Blood Vision, those tracks, and then we had a bit of a pause. We had a bit of a pause going on, and the most recent ones being Breaks Your Heart and Mr. Puppeteer, which was the first track played today. We're trying to get content out every month at least.
Okay, so that's quite a heavy schedule, isn't it?
It's quite a heavy schedule, but hopefully one that we can stick to. At the moment, it's been pretty productive with content that we do, whether it being the music videos, the music itself, and then other things that go along, being vlogs, etc. We'll talk about the videos. We'll talk about the videos later. So who's the engineer at the studio? So we use Sam. Sam works at Mayfield.
Yep.
He's freelance, and he is our audio engineer.
Right. Okay.
He also actually shoots the most recent music videos.
Okay, so he's a bit of an all-rounder then.
He's a bit of an all-rounder, good old Sam.
Excellent. And you're happy with the results that you've got there?
Of course.
Yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
You like
especially the last 2 records that we've done, yeah.
Brilliant. And the sound's getting better and better.
Yeah.
You're sort of, you're getting to know each other.
And I really do think that does come from chemistry with the band.
Without a doubt, yeah. And with the engineer, isn't it? Understanding what sort of sound you're after.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, right, thanks for that. So what's the next track you're going to do live in the studio for us?
So the next track is a track that I actually released in lockdown as a YouTube video, which is called Stay.
Okay, take it away.
I need that smile just for a while, or a hurricane comes down on you. You say you want my smile just for a while, but I guess that's really up to you. I can't stop with my upcoming melodies if you don't stop the way that you look at me. Could reach out, you find that I'm on my knees. I can't do that, I'm scared of the cold breeze. Hey, it's just a thought if we stay, and if we hit a wall, you might as well stay anyway. I need your touch, I'm not asking for much, because I don't know what to do. You say you want my heart without leaving a scar, but I guess that's really up to you. I can't stop with my upcoming melodies if you don't stop the way that you look at me. Could reach out, you find that I'm on my knees. I won't do that, I'm scared of the cold breeze. Hey, it's just a thought if we stay, and if we hit a wall, you might as well stay anyway. It's just a thought if we stay. I mean, how far can we fall? So you might as well stay anyway. Thank you.
So Bella's still in the studio. She's been playing on her acoustic guitar. That was a great track, that one. I mean, talking about tracks and stuff, I noticed you have some really good videos on YouTube and stuff. So how did they come about?
Well, it was during the lockdown. I initially did lots of acoustic songs to try and basically just get original content that the band and I hadn't practiced, rehearsed yet, hadn't introduced to the band, just to try and get it out there and still keep something relevant with the music.
So you were still talking to the band, obviously you were Skyping and Zooming the band.
Of course, yeah, we've got our group chat and that we constantly, and we like bounce ideas off of each other. But during the lockdown part, obviously we, producing content was a big thing that really needed to be done. That I'm sure lots of other people can relate to when it comes to music.
So you were playing them the new song,
yes,
and they were sort of playing along or just taking notes?
So when it actually came to rehearsing with the band during lockdown, it was only occasionally we got together and we just did like a big garden thing. So we were spaced out in the garden and kind of like had an acoustic jam to not try and annoy the neighbours too much.
Right.
But other than that, it would literally just be, hi guys, here's a song, I've put it on YouTube, let me know what you think. I always like to get their opinion on whatever, because at the same time I know it's my song that I write, but they're playing it, so it's just as important that they make it their own with what they play and how they feel about the track as well. Okay, so basically you give them the bare bones on acoustic guitar, and then they take those bones and then they just add the bass and the drums. And it's not that technical either. Like when we do come to our band practice, we just kind of jam, feel the song, and then the song naturally takes a life of its own. Sometimes I'll play the song acoustically, and then when it comes to the band, it sounds like a completely different genre of song.
So when you took a song down, to the rehearsal, is it sometimes it worked out differently than you thought?
Sometimes, yeah. Do you know what? There has been the song Heartbeat that is already released that we've played today. When I initially took that to the band, they destroyed it. We took apart everything. We put it back together, the verse, the chorus, we changed everything, we moved it all. So yeah, but it's good because it's a creative, collaborative effort and we all like it and it makes us all enthusiastic. So you were happy with the end result, even though it was sort of cut and pasted and moved around a bit? Yeah, because that's how that's how we work as a band when it comes to these live performances, because it's something we all want to do. We all want to be there. We're all very passionate and love playing. So for sure. Excellent. So obviously going back to the videos then, because I noticed some of them were in the studio and the later ones are in the woods, in the forest. That sounds awful for someone that hasn't seen the videos. I'm not just like hanging out in the woods. No. It's my pastime. Where are they shot then? Is it? No, so yeah, the actual music videos are we did location. We did, genuinely just film it in the woods. So that was for the music video ideas. And then after this, I really took on YouTube during the lockdown with the singing videos that I did. And then from there, it was something that was suggested to keep doing. And then from the music videos that you see with like the location being in the woods and stuff, it really, really evolved into doing lots of vlogs. Right. And it's more engaging with people. And, I message people a lot online, on Instagram, very active on Instagram. And it's so good because I guess, you'd say fans. It feels weird saying fans because, they're my friends. Yeah. But I like to have their opinion on what they think, and the vlogs kind of let them know more a bit about me and the band and what we're up to. So it's gotten a really, really positive response, and we've done things on like behind the scenes of videos. We've I see you've done a day in the life, haven't you? In the studio. Studio days. Had people have a bit of an insight on what goes on there, and it's been very, very positive. Yeah, very brilliant. So you certainly know how to do the old PR, don't you? You're very good at that. It's engaging, but I love that because it's communicating. It's almost like we're a team. The people that listen to my music. It's not what I'm. My friends, my family, my fans, we're a team. We've all got to bounce ideas off of each other, and if I know what they want, then hopefully I can provide, and yeah.
And the fact that you got fans is a good sign, isn't it? Because that means you're doing something right. And they're coming back.
Right.
And they're coming back.
Yeah,
Which is great. Okay. So some of the songs that you like, then I've asked you, and you've chose the Stone Roses, "She Bangs the Drum." Why do you particularly like this song?
It was just one of those songs that I had on repeat during lockdown. I don't have a particular emotional attachment. It was just
one of those songs.
Earworm
songs. Yeah. Yes, let's move on then. So we've got some more live action in the studio. Is that correct, Bella?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. And what's the name of this song?
So this next song is called Misfits.
Misfits?
Misfits.
Okay.
I know, very cheeky.
Take it away. Take it away.
I never cared, 'cause you're not in my head. I know I won't miss you. You're not useless, I just like the way I played you like a violin. Fickle thing, it has to be true. Love is a fickle thing, and darling, it's me and not you. Maybe I attract the misfits. Maybe I attract the creeps. Not trying to tell you that I'm in this, but I got a hunger and you're my feast. Maybe I attract the misfits. Yeah, the misfits. Yeah, the misfits. All the misfits. I never cared, 'cause you're not in my head. I know I won't miss you. I mean, you're not useless, I just like the way I played on your memories. Love is a fickle thing. Love is a fickle to me and not you. I'm in all the misfits. Maybe it's not trying to tell you that I'm in this, but I got a hunger and maybe I attract the that woo in the background is so cute.
Back in the studio again with Bella. So this is going to be the final track we're going to play. So can you tell us a bit about this one?
Yes, I can. So this is very exciting for you lovely people listening. Well, it's for me anyway. So this song is called Pouring Rain, and it is released. It will be on all music streaming platforms on the 3rd of December. So this is the first ever time it has been played. This is the first ever time anyone has ever heard it, apart from me in my room. So this is called Pouring Rain.
Okay, thank you. Let's take it away. Okay, that was the first time.
First time.
Okay, how's it good hearing that again?
Oh, yes, it's good. Hopefully everybody liked it.
Yep.
So again, that comes out on December 3rd, all music streaming platforms. If you do want to pre-save it, you can go on my Instagram where the link is there under Bella Estelle. Go and pre-save.
Okay, excellent. And obviously we've got some gigs coming up, haven't we?
We do, yeah, we do.
So where are they?
So the most recent one coming up is a little Christmas gig in Winchester. It's at the Railway Inn. We're going to be supporting Donnybrook. This is full band, and that is the 22nd of December. And then we go to the New Year where we are playing Icebreaker in Portsmouth on the 29th.
And that's of January, isn't it? That's next year.
Yeah, that's in January, and we'll be doing full band again.
Yeah, and you've got one in London.
So that was on the 3rd, which would be on the release, but unfortunately it got postponed. I still don't know when that's being rescheduled.
Oh, okay.
But when that does get rescheduled, that is full band, and you can check that out on my socials.
Excellent.
I'm getting used to this plugging thing.
So other places we can find you, Bella, and the band. Obviously, we've got YouTube. You've got your videos on there, haven't you?
Yeah. So YouTube, Instagram. I'm very, very interactive on Instagram. So if you want to message me, just to chat, say hello. Instagram's your best friend. And then what else we have? We have Facebook, Twitter. But yeah, YouTube, Instagram are the ones. Yeah,
okay. And do you want to say anything? Well, obviously, thank you for coming in tonight.
Yes, I was going to say thank you. When you said that, I was thinking, thank you.
It's great to hear your music and sort of, any inspiration for people out there, wanting to write their own material. Because, we briefly talked about your writing experience, didn't you? And obviously, you get inspiration from lots of different things, from your personal history.
Yeah.
Even watching a movie.
With that one song, yeah. So just do it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm someone who can, give advice or anything.
And I see you've got a little book there. Well, it's not a little book, is it? You've got an A4 book.
With pages and pages of all my songs, yeah.
So I noticed, there's lots of words there. Do you write the words first, or do you just pick up the guitar and play, and then you get the melody line, and then you put the words down? How does it work for you?
Yeah, so honestly, I've done either. I've got a bunch of voice memos on my phone of just melodies and lyric ideas. But honestly, either. It depends. If I'm feeling quite inspirational, I'll pick up the guitar, do some chords, and then I have at the back of my songwriting book, I have about 3 or 4 pages of just sentences that do not make sense, that are just little ideas that I thought, that could be a lyric. And I try and apply that to a situation or a scenario, to the melody. So sometimes songs are just kind of puzzled together. Other times it's literally been, I sit down and I'm writing 5 minutes, got a rough idea of a song, and so it really depends.
Do you ever any pressure just to write a song, or it just flows?
If I've ever felt pressured to write a song, it never normally works, ever. And it's normally awful. So got to be in the moment kind of thing. It's a creative thing. You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to be in the mood, haven't you?
Exactly. Yes, you do. You have to be in the mood. I agree with you on that one.
Definitely. Okay, well, again, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been very lovely. Thank
you
guys for listening.
And good luck with your career and everything you do. And we'll hopefully we'll catch up with you and see you live as well. So that'll be good.
Please.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you've been listening to the Steve Vinyl Show, and you've just missed it. From 10 till night. See some live acts, live music, is lots of things happening, and we'll take up